Hi, this is Richard, and I'm back with another Photoshop tip for you. Today, we're going to learn how to make your ordinary photos have a dreamy-like quality to them. I'm talking dreamy as in Star Trek, the original series, when the camera would focus on Captain Kirk's love interest, and it would be this kind of soft focus, dreamy look to it. That kind of dreaminess. That's what we're going for here. So let's get started. Pick up the stylus, we'll select the background layer. I'll just hit Command J to duplicate the background layer. And I'll rename this to Dreamy. There we go. Now, I am going to just right click and make this a smart object. That will let me change things later in the filter that I'm going to use. You'll see the advantages of that in just a moment here. So now it's a smart object. As you can see, it should say smart object thumbnail. And now I'll go up to filter and I'll choose a blur, a Gaussian blur, and something serious here, like maybe just 100 or so for the Gaussian blur. And we'll hit OK. There we go. Now, I'm going to go to this little configuration panel here in the filters, and if I tap that, I get this option to change the blend mode of the filter. I'm going to change the blend mode to maybe overlay. No, let's see. I think I want screen. Probably screen is what I'm going for. Let me hit OK. There we go. Now we're already seeing a dreamy-like quality to the photo. Here's the before. Here's the after. So that was pretty simple. Here's the before. Here's the after. So the blur is just in screen mode, and so you don't lose all the details, but it does create that kind of soft focus. Now, because we did this as a smart object, if we later want to change the amount of blur, it's not a problem because we don't have to redo the whole layer and undo all the blur and redo the blur or whatever. All we have to do is just tap here where it says Gaussian blur and change the amount of blur. We can increase it or decrease it. So let's see, let's bring it up to 173 or so. Hit OK. And now we have an even dreamier looking set of flowers there. So here's the before. And here's the after. Okay, probably don't want it to be that dreamy looking, so I'm just going to reduce it a little bit, bring it back down closer to 100. And now, another step that you can do, you could end here. This would be fine for making a dreamy looking photo, but if you want to take it another step further, what you can do is choose File and Place Embedded right here. And now I'm just going to open an image that, if I hit the space bar here, you'll see it's just some bokeh looking lights on a dark background. And I'll hit place right here. It opens it in camera raw. I'm just going to hit OK. And I'll use my rotation approach here to rotate this. And it doesn't have to be very precise. We're just going to put it over the image like this. And something like that. I will tap this little check mark up here, or I could hit the return key. And of course, this doesn't look very good, but not a worry here, because we will change the blend mode over here from normal to something like maybe, let's see, screen, I guess, would be best for this, for the bokeh lights. I'll hit the V key for the move tool. And we can move these lights around to where they look best in our image. And now, of course, they're a little bit too prominent here. So I'm going to go over to the opacity and reduce the opacity just of this layer with the lights in it so that it's more like something like that. Bring it down to around 38%. Once again, we can position these wherever we think it looks best. So now we've got these kind of bokeh lights from this kind of out of focus look, or from the lighting, and then the soft focus from the blur layer here to create the dreamy looking photo effect. So that's it for today. And this is Richard, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you.